Again, it's important to do some work in advance to avoid working more in the future. Which in this case will be... Where is it? In this case will be knowing in advance how... Not in advance how to set up something. So later I don't need to remember how it works, right? Map setup. Here it is. Okay, okay. I think that's all we need. So, let me lower a moment. Okay. How do we set up a map? So, to make the final test for myself would be first to initialize a map and complete a level, then move to another map and then have another map where we set up all of this thing. All of these. You know what? We should do it right now. We can load a mine. Do we have another mine? Only a yours. I'm sorry. Something that goes below a mine. I don't like the new maps though, because a decent amount are generated. Not those yet. Oh yeah, now we are talking. Well, no, to be fair, it's not as bad. Okay, yeah, those are bad. Those are bad. Something for a mine. Cave. Kinda. I swear there should be a mine. No, okay. Then it will be a simple cave. We can take the entrance. Sure, it's a simple one. Okay. So, test for me and to take notes in the future how to set up everything. First, the payload needs to be event 1, I'm pretty sure. So we don't need all those extra unnecessary events. Event 1, payload. And now we take notes. I don't care if it's boring. I think, to be fair, looks obvious, but is it me? Or am I the one that starts taking notes only much after starting developing? Like, I'm 15 years in developing games, and only now I start to make documentation. Is it normal, or is it me that I'm slow? I'm setting up stuff. So, map setup. Let's make a new page entirely. Because this is to setting up every map. Payload. Okay. Payload has to be event 1. I'm not even sure of this. I believe it has. But actually we pass the current event to that. I don't even know if that's the case. We should try it right away, actually. Wait. Let's try right away. What if the payload is the event number 18? Sure. We can put a track to repair and we go. Never mind. Yeah, because the initialized payload. Where is it here? I don't know. Why this one requires a switch? Wait, I think it's a mistake. Okay. So this one activates initialize payload, which moves... What does it do? What does it do? I don't even know what it does. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's keep the payload number 1. I think that's a requirement. We could work around that, but to be fair, it's super simple keeping number 1. Hey! Then we have the spawn points of players, but we already have it. We have to write with once the entire route, and 2 is a turning point, where it just turns around. Setup region IDs. 1. Root. 2. Dead end. Turn around. And we can make another one which is 3. End. The end. So he knows he doesn't have to turn around. And there is another thing, right? When a node has a trigger, it will run whatever there is on top of it. Events with this tag will run when payload goes on top. Okay. And that's vital. Maybe we can even avoid having a tag number 3. Yeah, we can avoid having a tag number 3, right? Because we can just have an event that runs at the end of everything. Though I should save the thing that spawns the enemy, right? As a... would be nice to have it as a prefab. But it's not that easy because this one targets a specific spot. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have the default. We should make one. Wait. Default asset. So we can have it even as a prefab map if we want. For now, let's see what we can decorate it with. I would put the payload stuff here. Okay. Since it will contain everything. For now, we have the trigger. We have a lot of stuff actually. I could keep this one, but I don't know, would be nice to have them stored somewhere. Now, to be fair, this one kinda works as a default map, you know. We have the repair. We have the fork. I can even put a comment here. Is which directions goes towards. First is default. Yeah, because by default it goes left. Which could be fine, but I wonder if by default it should go right then. The lever is associated with the same fork, right? Yes. We can keep this one as a test map, as a demo map. The fork with the same number 1. Okay, I believe it's vital to write notes about it. Also, why this one is blocking the way? It's not even Did we program a fire? Yes, we did. We did program a fire thing, okay. Which should be the same. Okay, that's all the notes we need actually, right? That's all we need. The payload starts automatically. No, that's what the switch does. Okay. So I believe we can just copy this one then. Initialize payload. Camera line is which direction the camera will go. Let's see this one little through. So we set up regions IDs. Payload starts when we activate initialize the payload, which just activates the thing and draws the health bar. Though the health bar, I think this is not necessary. We can activate the switch here and set up the rest here. Again, it's an initialization event. We could set up them later, like, for example, I may want extra health on a payload on a especially long level, right? Oh, we got a banger of a music. So maybe we don't need this. It just goes straight up. That would be nice to have everything there, I don't know. Though definitely would be nice to have more health depending on the map. So no. At most we can have those. Payload active, connection on. Player true, transparency on. That's it. And the camera line, we should see better about it. But I believe it's about this function, align camera. If it's 1, it will only move horizontally. If it's Y, it will move the other way. I should put that third option, right? That it will go exactly where it is. We can just do... Yeah, we can do something like this. If variable 103. Or, you know what? Let's swap those, and we can do a trick. A trick, we could say, yeah. So if camera line is less or equal than 1, so if it's 0, it still counts. And we can do... If the variable is also equal to 0, we also jump inside. Okay, so if it's 0, it runs the horizontal one. And if it's still 0, it will also move vertically. So if we set up it as 0 instead, the payload, it's fast also. Oh, wait, we need to repair. How do we repair? Repair 1, my bad. We're screwed. No, it's fine, it's fine. Though we won't see anything, to be fair, because it does one step at a time. Damn. Wait. It's weight, so we don't need an extra weight here. Okay. Though the payload will normally be slower, so I think it's fine. Now, everything is fun and fancy, but how do we manage the end? Let's remove the repair for now. Did we make... how did the enemy work? Well, they are trigger, so if they go on top of the payload, it triggers the battle. No, it's not even a trigger, it automatically triggers the battle, okay. Wait, nothing stops this guy from respawning infinitely, right? Then we should do, after the battle, regardless of what happens, we put this event on the corner of the map and we say deactivate. Okay. Should be fine. Now, let's try to put an end to this, right? We don't need this. We can put the end here, for example. Or let's do here just for testing. Why not? What should be the goal? A dragon, of course. No, that we can pretend the dragon is the final boss. Yes. Wait. Yes. Well, the boss, not final. There should be a trigger. The dragon is just for show, but we can make the dragon the trigger itself. Okay. Also, no name. Otherwise the player will trigger it. Okay, so. What do we do here? Does the payload stop? I believe it... Does it? Well, it doesn't matter, right? We can just say... we deactivate the switch that moves the payload. Here. That seems... it doesn't create an issue, right? Wait. Though the payload... the payload needs... I have an idea. Instead of doing this, we can do something like this. This one is always active, but requires the switch 64, like Mario, to start. Otherwise, it's just waiting. We can put a wait of 30 seconds. So now it will still work, but it won't disappear if the switch is not active. Okay, so we can see it, and at the dragon it should stop. It stopped to 1 after glitching a moment. Huh. Why? How did it even glitch a moment? What if we say payload stop a lot of frames? Maybe now it will do something different. Okay, it stops. We should wait 15 seconds, that's just to be sure, but it's deactivated, so it won't do any other step, right? Also, the dragon turned right for whatever reason. It stopped turning right. I don't know what happened. Though, there should be an invisible trigger on that tile, so nothing would happen. Though with interaction. Okay, nice. So that's how you do. We can then just do a simple stop 10 frames. And it should just avoid going through. Yeah, just the trigger moves, but doesn't matter. Okay, so we can just stop it. We can have a scene. Mwahaha. I'm evil. We can start a battle. Test boss. A super easy thing, really. Do we have a dragon? We had to have a dragon, right? We don't have a... okay, never mind here. The dragon. I was about to be upset. 1 HP, because it's for testing. Test, no, so I meant to write boss, but okay. Also, there's a lot of space, huh? Is it normal there's a lot of space? Yes, because... wait, I didn't remember the game keeps in mind the resolution of the screen during battle setting. That's cool. Okay, here we have... wait. Test boss, yes. Here we have the battle trigger against the test boss. We can lose with extra scene. We may even want to change battle music, but... that's an extra thing, really. Okay, and if we win... well... we should make a hub of some kind. Also to make the shop work, because I forgot how it does work. So the battle starts. If you win, something happens and you teleport elsewhere. We need to make a hub then. Not now, though. Maybe next time we can do a hub. Now we should make it work a second time. By resetting everything. Because it's easy making something work the first time, but having it ready for a second retry, it's not. Maybe we should make a hub. Because it's better to retry in this map specifically. Because some things trigger a self switch. Like the monster. And the monster deactivates the switch after triggering, but you could die other ways, and this one never happens. And so the monster stays triggered on the tile, which is weird. About repairing, it just changes the sprite. The lever though doesn't reset. I believe we have a way to reset everything, right? Did we? Did we make a code to reset everything? I believe we may. No. Disappointing. Well, we got quick self switch. I swear, I thought we had one. No, I don't think we had, but I should definitely do. Let's see. I remember I made it for Gibber Bubble. Aha. I made it for Gibber Bubble. Since the title screen is a map. When you start a new game, it automatically tries to reset everything. Like removes every item, deactivates every switch. And here deactivates every switch. I will take this one. And maybe it would be nice to have it as a code here. Right? Reset map. Okay. Would be better to separate them. So, reset maps, plural. So maps require map IDs. Here a single map ID. So how do we do? Is there a way to count the number of events in a map? Data map, yes, with data map, right? It's data map. We literally have it here. Data map events. Length 19. The first one is not even a thing, right? Well, the first one starts with 0. So we need to go from literally 1 and 19. Wait a moment. There's a 19 included null, so we go up to 18. Wait, 18 is null too? Why? Why also not 18? Also, it only refers to the current data map. Wait. So we cannot refer to another map. Then we should do something a little more fancy. So we can do a much higher number. like 600-700. We store every ID in that range. Why do we have to do it like this? Ah, okay, I see. It's a little higher as a number, but if we see that there is no event, we can just stop. Let's see. We set every letter. Now for the high. Wait, what is this one? Ah, okay. An extra loop is not necessary. This is for loop in the maps. We just loop a single map. For every event, we make another loop. Octopath music! We define the key for the current map. We take the current event and the current letter. So we loop the events and the letters. Though we need to make a check, right? Let's see. Const event is the event ID, which is used here. Now we need to make a check. If event is null, it's over. The loop is over. I don't think there are cases in... No, wait, there are cases in which an event is empty, right? For example, we make 18, 19, and we delete 18. Now 18 is null, right? Yes, 18 is null. So that would mean we skip here, it's wrong. How do we select the current data map infos, maybe? This is the map number 6. I believe that's... Oh wait, that's only the map though. What about data map 6? That's wrong. How do we select a specific map? I believe we can have a solution, an answer for that. Oh yes, let's open the whole project folder. I hope it doesn't mess up anything. Open. Now look inside everything. What do you want, PowerShell? Ah, I did run this one by mistake. Okay. So let's see. Where do you set up data map? Return not data map, incredible. I know what it means, but I want to see where it loads the current data map. So we know where it takes the information from. We don't want me to steal. I think we're in the wrong section here. Maybe here? Data? No. Where does data map load? That's the thing. Where it sets data map as something. Bam, ba, bam, ba, ba, boom. Here it creates... Oh, wait, this is the code for the zero map. We found it. No, not what we were looking for, but... Wait, so maybe here. Yeah, here it loads data file, I see. So it loads data file on the data map. In this variable. We found it. Huh. So we can't load data from a map that is not... I see, the map needs to be loaded. well, not super vital. Though interesting that it works like this, huh? I wonder then if we can. To be fair, I was looking in a way in Invalidate to make a map longer than it should. And I was thinking like to override the map data with another map data to pretend it's longer. Maybe this one can help. It's just for a single troll, but I really want it. Though I think it's messy. So never mind. Okay, we found our solution that we cannot make a solution. It's okay. What were we doing again? Oh yes. No, really, what were we doing? Oh yes, resetting everything. So maybe we don't need to return, but let's lower the number, please. 200 events. Hopefully there won't be more. Okay, now the reset maps. We don't even need it now, right? We just need to call reset map ID. And we can just have it. I have an idea. If it's empty, we can have by default the current map. How was it? Oh wait, I think it's better to check from here. Game map ID. How do I get ID? Wait. Stone 1. Ah, it's the background. Map ID, yeah, of course. Okay, so the default would be game map ID, the current map. So we can just call this one and it will reset the current map. So we can do here at the end a fade out. We reset the current map. And we need to teleport the player away before. Wait, wouldn't it be better though? No, I don't think anything triggers here right now. No, wait, there is the thing. A player may be repairing something optional, or repairing something even before he dies. Or maybe someone triggers a lever before the change. I think it should be instantaneous then, right? Fade out, reset map, and during this we swap map with something else. Could also work. Do I wanna risk it? Not really. Though we may want something to stop every player from moving. Because when the final boss is talking, you don't want people walking around, right? I wonder if we could even force people to move in a certain spot. Would be cool, you know? Like the boss is talking and everyone is forced to reach a certain position. Let's see. Well, 6-7 is the spawn point. Would only make sense to make the end point as 6-9. Though it will go on top of the rail. If only there was a way to avoid it. Wouldn't that be a little too complex to program though? Every character has to go to a certain tile. Though, yeah, but it's so cool. Right, it's so cool. Yeah, the hardest part would be to detect which tile the player has to move to. But I believe this is the better way. And if, for example, this is the end, like the boss is here, we could just skip around and place them around here. something like this. If there weren't walls, of course. Though someone has to be here. We could make that the payload goes straight, even if there is a 6-9. What is it? So it goes straight if there is a 1. Nice. We can make it a separate one, why not? We could even make... I think it's fine. Oh, hello, Maestro! Thanks for the lurk! Wait, I realized I didn't put anything as a lurk. Well, it's a chill stream, so maybe I should stop this thing and manage it. Like, I think everything is an excuse to differentiate a little. I will go. Okay, now we made the 6-9 you go straight. Sounds weird, I know. We were programming the end of the level. So every player, every chatter will go to a specific spot marked with a 6-9. We already used the 6-7, unfortunately. And I suppose I will let the payload go straight if it goes on a 6-9. So anyone can stay here. Okay, let's try. So for example, if the boss spawns here, we can make everyone go on a spot here, for example. That's a very small space, but it's for testing. Though certain cities will sell this one as an apartment, I'm pretty sure. First I will see if 6-9 works. It should, because it behaves like a 1. No, not on turning though, so here it shouldn't have any... Why did you go straight? Ah, because there is no 1 on the right. I see. Okay, it's a limitation, but... better than nothing, right? I could definitely make exceptions for that, but I think this works well anyway. Final boss. Oh wait, there is nobody in chat. Damn, crashed. There was Maestro. Or me. Though maybe resetting the game deletes the participation of the people before. Never mind. Anyway. It's okay because I wanted to program people moving there before. So we could have a command for that. So first let me open Twitch user class. That's what we need. So we want a command first to stop everyone and then to move them where we need, to force them to move. Let's see, can move. What is it called? Unfortunately, this one stops. Oh wait, we should differentiate it too, right? We have a check if we can move. But I also want to check if the player is allowed to move. When is this one not active? Wait. Okay, someone is blocked when they're interacting with something. I think for saying when it's allowed to move, we should intercept. Set move, for example. I want to stop the player from being able to move themselves. Let's see. Here it is. When the player types a message with a destination, it calls this. Though we should just do if players allowed to move, return. So if you are not allowed to move, nobody can move. And this one we can just define it here, I suppose. We can have it here. And it's just you know what, we can just have it a variable. We can just have it a variable. By default it's true, but we can change it whenever we want. Okay. So we solved the issue of allowing to move. Now we can just, at the start of the cutscene, stop everyone. We need to remember to reactivate it, so maybe we should have a initialization of the map. Which we should have. We don't. Nice. Initialize map, a normal one. Where, for example, we say we are allowed to move. This one should be called only after the story trigger, even. Initialize payload, the connection activates here. Anything else? The player is true and transparent. It's in any case. The player is not the same that of the chatters. It should go away. So we should have initialize payload and initialize map. Okay. So this one just activates what could be deactivated. Okay, what now? We want to force the player in a specific position. You know what? I believe it's... I thought it would be better to target each tile individually, right? Instead of having to research for those. But in the long run, I think it's better to just mark on the ground the tiles I can walk on. The other issue is we need to look for the tiles. We need to look for them. We need to scan the whole map for those. For that, we should make another utils class. Utils call, right? Find tiles of region. Region ID. Okay, this could be a little nasty. We need to scan the whole map. We need to use the formula region ID. Yes, region ID of X and Y. So for we start scanning the Y. Let Y equal to, it starts at 1. I don't remember. 0, 0, never mind, I'm surprised. Y is less than the game map. What was it? I don't remember. Game, help me. Debug console. game map dot x width. It's a function. Okay. With width we can have the width. Wow, I'm surprised I can say width. Usually I would say width. I'm trying to pronunciate a little better. Now that I speak English. That I speak English, my bad. Because I realized I was just saying the words without remembering how to pronounce them. I don't know. I really want to improve on that. That. 36, 39. The width though is 37. Yes, because the first tile is 1. If we get the height, it's 40. Matches by me. So we can just have height, which is strictly minor. Y++. And now for each of the rows, we do the same, but with X. On the length. Nice, and now we are looping for each single tile. Now, for each of the tiles, we check the region ID. Give a region ID of X and while. Wait, that's the same variable. Found region, and if found region is equal to region ID, then we found a match. Only one though. What do we do then? We need to store it. Let found matches. It's an empty array for now. Which means we add... How was it? Insert, include... Push, yes, push. We push in the array, another array with the coordinates X and Y. And at the end, we just return the whole array. Let's try it right now. Should be easy. Go. Open, and now we say find tiles of region 6, 7. Game map length not a function. What do you mean not a function? Game map length. Oh wait, it's width. I just pronounced it correctly, my bad. Height and width. Width. That's how you write it, right? I hope it is. Wait. Yeah, the final H. Width. Width. Why is English that hard to pronounce? Ah, we already have the answer here. We have 10 tiles that match. Perfect. So if we say 6, 9, we have the 6 tiles we draw here. Those are 6, right? Wait. Ah, there's an extra one here. So we will have an array of tiles. And now we just have to select one randomly and move every character there. I should put more, and especially I want to try to put every player at least on one spot. Or even better, even them out. I could put them randomly, but it would be better in order, right? Which is the order though? Doesn't matter, right? Wait, the order, yeah, that does matter because the order is vertically like this. Though for now we can go like this. So, this will be the last thing. We make... the last thing. A constant... No, a static. Static move users to tiles. And it will go randomly. Tiles array. So we do a for each my beloved. The for each is for every single user, Twitch player in the user container. And for each user, I kinda want it to be random. Would be nice to be random, just in case we have too many players. But we can just go in order, right? We can just go in order. So we can have let array cycle count start at 0. So now the user will move setup move, not on a specific event, but on a specific spot. How do we change it? Unfortunately now the set move only works for a target event, not a target coordinates, which is unfortunate. I kinda want to keep the event all true. Can we fake an event? Kinda we can. Set move and set move xy. Target x, target y. So we can have a new parameter, target chords. No, wait. We can replace this one entirely. There's a lot of names of this one, huh? We can replace the name in target move. We rename every one of those. I hope the reach target. Oh, we can work with that, right? Okay. Now, if we do set move, we have target move, which is now. I should make an object, right? Type xy. X is target x, y is target y. And here we have another object, type event, ID is target event ID. That's an ID, right? Yes. We need to work on this one though, because we replaced the entire type of an object. Here we set it to null, it's fine. The issue is here when we get a target event, because then we use it as an actual event. Okay. Where else is it called? Here, in get distance. Let's see. When is this called? We could. We could just have a separate thing for this one. I think it's better. I believe it will work completely differently. Let's see what calls move though. Damn, there's a lot of calls. Okay, never mind. Let me change the name so it won't be mixed. Okay, we can just replace it here, right? If player target, no wait, I changed the name. Now it's target move type. If the type is event, it will move there. Else it will be player move XY, which is the same but on specific coordinates. So we make another one which is a little simplified, because we don't need to trigger anything. You just move on coordinates. So if cannot move return, this one stays the same. And we just need the path find direction. Oh yeah, my bad here. So game map, wait. Okay, game map this event ID. The player finds a direction towards the coordinates X and Y. So this target move X. Why is it a question mark? And this target move Y. So the pathfind direction again decides the direction towards that tile. And it's much simpler now because it will move in that direction, right? Until we reach that specific spot. You know what? We can just put them on a constant. Const X. Since we will repeat it twice. And Y. X, Y, simple. And we can do a simple check now. If the player is in that direction. Let's see. Get distance, perfect. Distance in tile. Can we just check if you are in that tile? I think this one works the same. Oh wait, we can just take the coordinate, right? This X, easy. Wait, we can just do this. If this X is equal to X and this Y is equal to Y, then we reach the spot. Easy. I forgot how to make conditions. We reach the spot, which means we stop. And otherwise, we keep moving. That's all. We don't need to set anything else. Would be cool to turn towards the enemy, but we can do this later, right? Yeah, I think that's a little harder to determine at the end. For now, let's see if it works. Please, I hope it works. So we can have a simple set move XY for each player. Did we set it up? We were about to set it up. Wait. For each player, set move XY on the coordinates defined on the tiles array in the number array cycle count. Before we stop, if array cycle count, first the array cycle count increases, and if it's equal to the tiles array length, it reverts to 0. So it loops everything. Should be nice now. We just need to call this one from the Twitch players. So at the start here, we just call Twitch players dot move users to tiles, And we need to insert here which tiles. We do have a function for that, which I don't remember. It was find tiles of region 6-9. We found the tiles and we pass them in the function. Let's see now. I might want to write, so I spawn. Not the best position, but it goes there and I should move in the tile. I knew it, I knew it. Of course I knew it. 1 to 4. Here. Ah, it still tries to move. It should go on move XY. Let's see. Here, if the target move type is event, it moves normally. We should put a break here. $194, right? Here. And let's write something. Okay. Now, I spawn here. Let's see what the console does. Let's see. I have a set move XY. I didn't even remember I noted this one, but it works, right? Target move now is XY, XY. Why does X2 have 2 parameter? Wait, there's a mistake on the parameters here. Is it? Undefined. Oh yes. I passed the wrong parameters. Oops. Though, I think it's wrong, it caused this one. Oh wait, because... Ah, I see. I made 2 mistakes. The one is the stupidest one. I called the normal movement for a target which is an event. I should make move XY. Also, the other mistake is I should set up the X and the Y before I stored both on the X, which was weird. Now let's see, should go. If it works, we are stopping. Wait, I'm here, and now I go here, and I'm moving to admire the scene. Here we are, yes, yes, yes. Oh, we still need to turn towards the event, which... maybe a little extra complex. But we can make it in a function. Wait, we can make it right now real quick, right? Now let's make it next time. Actually, I want to stop right now. I have to stop right now, unfortunately. But I think it's not that hard. I need to put, when I tell the character to stop, an extra thing to decide where it will turn. Okay, before we end, let's see if we can read someone. Damn, there's a lot of people online. Though, I don't think we have enough raid power, so we're gonna just stop right here. So, the next stream will be Friday. We are taking a break in between, also I can develop more, hopefully. I wanted to return on some Max, or maybe this week nothing, you know what. I really want to push through for my game, I really feel motivated. So we return Saturday with more RPG Maker games then. We are doing the week only RPG Maker, huh? Thanks a lot for coming by, and we'll see ya whenever happens!